Hola, buenas tardes, soy JP85, traíamos aquí, creo que el último episodio de A World Among Us, también me ha salido bien hoy, y está interesante la cosa, cogimos al hombre de, bueno, le dimos una paliza a Bloody Mary, le cogimos al hombre retorcido, lo desarmamos y lo llevamos al Pozo Encantado, donde teóricamente será juzgado, y vamos a ver qué le ocurre exactamente en este episodio. Venga, venga. Que gana. Continuar el episodio quinto.
I know. But we have to do something. Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man
Graciosos.
place.
What? Don't I look okay?
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but
Sí,
that,
seguro, venga.
You know,
Tú sabes.
I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting
What do you have
for?
to say for
Murderer!
You
You killed Lily!
She was my
Where the
sister.
fuck do you get
And what
off?
about Faith?
You think you have the right to just do
everything
this to
he
me?
said.
You're a fucking crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can
Todo.
I have your attention?
Y ahora cuando se cae
Thank you all for coming
alguien dice
here
por
on
detrás,
such short
"Toto".
notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well,
Pero-
where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie was a victim of this psycho, too. He was pushed into the whole thing and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So
Ahora voy a ser yo el
the
malo.
culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
Let her finish. Then you can have
Gilipollas.
your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff
Eso es
Bigby
verdad.
Wolf,
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
aiding
Sí.
and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Sí.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little.
Ah, vale, como él no tuvo, como él lo dice, ya está.
Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all know who you are. We know what you've
Just
done.
give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we
eso-
have to
eso
start
es verdad.
doing
Ahí
things
al lado, ahí al lado.
correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
Venga, pero que empiece a hablar ya.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met
Yo no hubiese
Georgie.
quitado las esposas.
I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was.
Una que
He
echarle
was
los
a
muertos.
total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those
Sí,
women.
venga.
It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you
Seguro.
actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
You weren't being helpful. You were trying to set me up. Your people tried to kill me.
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
You're not serious! I know what you do to people, I've seen it firsthand! What you did to Faith, the way you manipulated her! Do you really think any of those girls were free? Do you really think Faith wanted
I'm sorry,
to—
Lawrence. I'm sorry that your wife came to me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my best judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act
Venga, la
like
culpa
I'm
ahora es
some
de la
kind of
sociedad,
tyrant.
que viven en el Bronx, que es muy
When your
malo.
government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out
Y
for
vas a
you.
ser tú el bueno ahora.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Don't blame Snow, she had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me.
Claro.
You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town.
Ay, ay, y con su lobito fila al lado.
That may not always be clear right away, but I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
Claro, os quiere tener controlado.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Bien, se queda solito. Hasta la bruja. Ahora va a hacer algo. Se va a transformar en un dragón o algo, no sé.
Very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded.
Somos ya, te queremos matar. Al carajo.
Particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie
Toda
spoke,
que la tía se cortase la cabeza.
especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
So, are we done?
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, Crooked Man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
Venga, la dame de doblar. La
If
estoy
I'm to
viendo.
blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh,
Su
you're
protección.
right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them.
That's
I
not
mean, a
true.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more?
Sí, venga, otra vez el
Who
mismo
was there
rollo.
while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny. Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who
Brutalidad.
will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Ahí tenemos una testigo.
Excuse me,
I-
dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
¡Viva la sirena! ¡Ole su coño!
Catch your breath.
Perdón.
What's she doing here?
A lo mejor no debería haberlo dicho. ¡Ole, pero
I'd like
ole!
to. I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
what
up.
Hijo de
You
puta.
enslaved us
Gracias,
for years.
hostia.
Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa!
your-
My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
¿Dónde están? Quiero verla.
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for
¿Qué has
you.
hecho?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
Wait!
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Exactamente.
Well done then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody.
No lo mato,
We
yo,
can
se va a caer
imprison him,
accidentalmente.
Lock him up forever, somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
No, lo van a
How
liberar.
can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't care.
bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of him.
Get him out of here.
We can send him away.
Everyone, listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
Everyone, calm down.
Yo
Should
creo que
have a
deberíamos
vote.
votar.
Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That
Oh,
makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr.
Ahí te la he dado.
Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
venga, vámonos para el pozo, colega.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Lo tiré al pozo, mi vida, lo tiré al pozo.
Everyone, I'm
Not this way.
Ah. Sabía que iba a pasar algo.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Lo tiré al
You're going to
pozo.
miss me.
Venga, vete ya. Ué. 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 Venga, a tomar por culo.
I won't.
Fableton recordará eso, o sea, toda la ciudad lo va a recordar. Estará aquí grabado en su mente. Venga, un aplauso, ¿no? ¡Viva!
For Lily. And Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
Pero este bien borrado. Se ha puesto un momento tenso, ¿eh? En lo grabado de North Will Blow. Tenso el momento, ¿eh? Un día después. Necesito unas vacaciones, ¿eh? Bueno, Bigby necesita unas vacaciones.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
¿Nos vamos todos?
This fucking line.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Listen, Snow, can we talk? I wanted to...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Ok.
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Un cerdo con una taza de cerveza en la boca. Pero date prisita. ¿Y cómo mete la llave? No lo entiendo. Y yo pensaba que ese nunca salía de casa. Y no le dije nada porque pensé que no iba a salir de casa. Me dio cosita por todas la rana, pero bueno, ¿qué le vamos a hacer? De todas maneras todavía hay gente mala por ahí. Están los gemelos por ahí dando por saco y todas esas cosas, ¿eh? Ahí está.
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
It's just a farm. You don't have to be so dramatic about it.
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... if you could bring it to her, she was nice. So...
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, 'cause when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
¿Qué dice?
Oh, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mundy seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't coming. Wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Yo creo que van a estar bien.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey,
Otro
Bigby,
cigarro.
where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
How should I know?
¿Cómo lo debería de saber? Soy un poco hijo de puta en este lado, ¿eh?
Saying goodbye?
¡Hey! ¿Qué pasa, Shosho?
Hi.
Hi.
Ya no es necesario que haya un lazo.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
It's okay. I get it.
Ya estaba preparado algún
Listen,
día.
I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, We had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Nerissa, just tell me what happened.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were
Estabas intentando protegerla, ¿no?
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man.
Pero no lo hizo.
But then... Oh, God. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess it worked out in the end. I can't hold that against you.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
Ella fue la que lo dejó.
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different.
Nunca son iguales.
Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened.
O sea, la culpa de que lo matasen fue mía.
When no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
Ah, tío.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
No me enteré yo.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Ya es la segunda que me lo dice, ¿eh?
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon?
to would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
He
Faye?
said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Quiero-
I'll see you around, Wolf.
No he entendido muy bien el final. No he entendido bien exactamente el final. A ver, me he quedado callado. Bueno, gente, interpretaciones muchas. La rana se... Bueno, sabía que tarde o temprano iba a caer lo que es el tipo del pozo, porque yo lo quería tirar al pozo. Y no sé, lo del final de la sirenita tenía que haberle dado lugar al final. Pero se me ha ido el tiempo. Estaba leyendo entre las tres opciones, se me ha ido el tiempo. Pero bueno, y me ha dejado muy rayado al final porque han estado mezclando entre... Después de ver el vídeo 2 o 3 veces para enterarme bien exactamente, pero han estado diciendo 2 o 3 veces lo que es el nombre de la... O sea, como uniendo palabras, como si hubiese algo más secreto por ahí atrás o algo por así, que no he terminado de entender muy bien. Pero nada, lo miraré y si le encuentro una aplicación haré un vídeo. Quiero hacer 2 pequeños vídeos, ¿vale? Uno con los pequeños... fábulas que no son conocidas y otro por si entiendo lo que es el final, miraré lo que es por internet, a ver lo que sucede. A ver, le dijiste a ella que estaba afuera, te regresas a mantener su secreto, peleaste con él luego de la interrogación, vale, le diste un trago al periodo y demás, le llevaste al pozo encantado, lo lanzaste al pozo encantado, le diste dinero después de la pelea con el leñador, Georgie, destruirse el club. Pero si iba a morir, pues daba igual, ¿no? Le arrancaste sus brazos en el Street Trap, perdón, club. Qué inglés más bueno tengo yo por ahí. Bebiste con Glenn luego del funeral de Lily. Pretendiste mientras ella estaba medicada. Sí, prefiero hacer eso. Fuiste primero a su apartamento e impediste que muriese. Sí, porque si no también moría. Escogiste esperarlo, vale, Faye, TJ, aceptarte el trabajo y demás. ¿Vale? ¿Hay algo más? Tiene que haber algo más, que eso no es algo raro lo que hago cuando lo he dado. Tiene que haber algo más. Pasar esto rápido. Voy a pasarlo rápido y ahora nos vemos. Tiene que haber algo más, tío, si no, no lo entiendo. O a lo mejor es que lo dejan abierto para una segunda parte. Yo pensaba que no iba a haber una segunda parte, lo dije en el vídeo anterior. Pero no tengo ni idea. Me ha dejado como si Narisa realmente no fuese Narisa. Hubiese utilizado un glamour falso. Faye hubiese utilizado un glamour falso para parecerse a Narisa o algo así. Bueno, Narisa, la sirenita o algo así por el estilo. Es lo que yo le estoy dando vueltas, pero no lo entiendo. No lo termino de entender. A ver si después de los títulos sale algo. Continuará la historia. Escoge una novela gráfica hoy. Continuará la historia. Es que a lo mejor está abierto a una segunda parte con otros personajes malvados. No lo sé. Y por eso nos ha dejado ahí comiéndonos la cabeza a nosotros. Bueno, sea como fuere, hemos terminado el juego. Me ha parecido un muy buen juego. No pensé que iba a ser tan grande. Desde el primer segundo, cuando sales del taxi, entras lo que es en la casa y ves una rana con una boca así, me quedé yo, oh my god. Pero muy buen juego, me ha encantado. Pero eso, me ha dejado un poco descolocar lo que es el final. Segundas partes. Bueno, vamos a ver cómo están, ¿no? De momento terminamos este gameplay. Me ha parecido eso, un buen juego y me ha gustado mucho la historia. Y espero que haya gustado. darle like ahí abajito y suscribirse. Nos vemos la próxima.